What's up, dudes? It's Kelso here. In today's video, we're going to be seeing who did AMA Supercross Round 2 San Diego better in MX bikes between FSX, PCK, and ARL. All three different track creators just trying to create the IRL feeling to the best way as possible. We're going to be giving out some constructive criticism and my own opinion, and I'd love to hear from yours down in the comment section. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button if you guys are enjoying content like this. Just tells me you guys want more. Thank you guys for clicking on the video. Let's get right into it, baby. All right, here at FSX Steezy's San Diego, when we head over to PCK, you're going to see the exact same stadium, just different scaling on everything. So huge W to PCK and FSX actually going through the same person to create the stadium. Super cool. Glad to see the community working in that sense together. Let's go ahead and run our laps. I did run about 2 laps already just so I can get the feel of the track and kind of talk like what I don't like and do like already. And first things first is what I said from the first video, that if you guys watch that, is I just don't understand the inside ruts that you're creating. I just feel like they have no value. It's almost as if like these right here, like there's just nothing hooking me into that rut to allow me to actually bank off of it. And I really want to talk about this section as well. Inside IRL, they were able to actually hit that hip jump and jump into this divot. Looks like you can't do that here, just the way you scaled it, or you like lifted up the right side, not the left side. So nothing wrong with that. And you can't hit the quad. I kind of just over jumped right there, but you can hit the quad, which is what 250s were doing. I will test all these tracks on 250s because at the end of the day, it's about being able to make a 250 viable just as much as a 450. Obviously, we all know 450s have more than enough power to get through the whole track, but we got to be able to make sure we can hit some type of lines. And I'm actually giving you kudos to your whoops. You actually did kind of up your game. Like I said, A1, definitely those whoops were too small. Didn't really have no value of you like feeling as if like you could fall, could get a little bumpy. But just like that, I ran over that little rut. Like I ran over it pretty easy to where it's like there was no like penalty to it. So it's like no reason for it to be there. I don't know, just my own constructive criticism for sure. Like it obviously gives you some sense of urgency or sense of detail for when you need to turn in, which I guess helps. But yeah, the only way for you to hit this little hip jump is definitely taking the outside here and then being able to jump in. So I think you could have definitely done better there with being able to make the inside viable as well if you had the time to do it. Let's see what this triple in entails to be able to hit the quad. Most definitely a big stretch for sure. Definitely a stretch. Got to do the right technique to be able to hit it. But I like the alternate lines you do here as well, to where you can get over the table and you can jump over, and then you may be able to triple out. So there's different rhythms in that, which I do appreciate. And then yeah, like I said, the whoops, they feel really good. They feel a little bit more of a challenge, to where like if you don't get the perfect run, you can see right there, I just wasn't blitzing them. Also, I like how there's like a little triple in to 2 tables. So I'll go back around real quick and show you that. I really do enjoy that line too, where if you were to go all the way out, you didn't want to double in, you can actually triple to that. So this is a really cool line right here. Like I said, triple, and then you go over this table, and you're able to hit the last table. I kind of enjoy that, to be honest. 2 different lines that you want to take. But yeah, once again, these lines right here, I mean, I guess it indicates on when you can turn, but you don't really need them there. That's the only thing I'm hoping to see as we go into like Anaheim 2 later, or one of these track review things, just to see if you actually are going to make them worth it and viable. So that's it. But without that being said, I mean, scaling's perfect, the visuals are perfect, the texturing's perfect. I really do enjoy it. You outdone yourself. It's just that those are my minor critiques to it. Other than that, the track feels absolutely amazing, greatly scaled for you to actually be able to take a 250 around here and hit some good lines. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop over to PCK. All right, here at PCK San Diego, as you can see, the track, or the stadium is literally the exact same as Steezy. So huge W to the community actually just getting together with that and actually creating good stadiums for people to actually make some replicas. And also, with that being said, I'm kind of already loving the texture pack on this track. It looks really good, like where you can see like individual lines within the dirt. I kind of vibes with that. And I also, just something right here to where it's really want to touch up on PCK than against Steezy is literally the ruts. Like he's making those ruts. Hold on, I want to see the sand. Can you make the inside? Most definitely you can. See, and that was a big line for Juju Bomer, Hayden Deegan, and everybody taking that inside line on a 250, being able to make that happen. See what the triple looks like, and we hit the quad. Oh, we're right there. Possible for sure if you can get the stretch. So at least it is viable for sure. felt like I was able to hit it a little bit easier on Steezy, so that's definitely a challenge because of trying to get that perfect run through that rut. But these pre-made ruts right here, right? A lot of people are either I love it, I hate it, and it's just because you have to be a little bit more precise with your riding, right? You actually have to connect into these ruts and actually pull out of it, right? So I get where Steezy's coming from, to where it's a free track for the community, right? And to not make all those tough pre-made ruts for people that are beginning to Supercross, they're actually able to try without having to deal with these pre-made ruts, right? Because you do have to connect. It takes a little bit more of concentration for you to be able to connect, drive out of it, right? And some people like it and some people don't. And I think as me, as a more competitive rider at times, I definitely enjoy the sense of trying to connect in a rut. It allows me just to drive a little bit more and stuff like that. I don't know. It's on my own personal opinion. And then also I get why you could do the way that Ariel and Steezy's doing it, to where you don't make pre-made ruts. You basically just literally do it to where the E-road would make the rut. The E-road system here just kind of is donkey doo-doo water at times, so it just sucks depending on what soil you're going to use, what track from it goes from, you know, each side, and then how the E-road and deformation is going to break down. And it's kind of like, you know, Russian roulette at that point. But I also like the whoops here. I can see I don't know if you guys can see it, but like the middle's a little high, then the right side's a little broken down, and the full left side's like completely washed out, right? So like I like that, you know, you're able to see where you need to really focus on hitting a perfect line. Different alternate lines, we all know I've been hitting nothing but the fast lines, but if I needed to cut in right here and hit this inside rut, I could, right? Just in case I didn't want to worry about having to get taken out. Same thing here, connecting on an inside rut. And I just feel like these things do connect you in and allow you to drive out. So, I don't know, to each my own. That's my personal opinion. I think right now, PCK, you're kind of killing it for my idea. Just for the IRL lines, I think you really took it into consideration. Also, you heard back from, you know, your community's feedback from Anaheim 1, especially mine. I mean, I know I came out with that video late. I should have went for the quad. I know I came out with that video late, but you really did listen to the community when they said like it just didn't feel as natural as it does now. So huge kudos to you for sure. And as you can see, I'm just running my race line. Might be trying to change up some alternates. So for sure, he definitely focused on trying to get you around the track, being able to change it up. I just think that you're able to actually not be able to try to block pass or create different alternate lines. So I think that's also another thing, is some people will go with non-alternate lines or non-ruts because it allows you to do block passes, create your own race. But what happens is racecraft, to be able to pass someone, it's hard when everything's one line and everybody knows it. If there's at least ruts and stuff, you can make different passes if someone does mess up, to where you're not just following the leader and you have to reap the benefits of them crashing. So with that being said, don't want to beat a dead horse or continuously talking over here. PCK, you kind of killed it for in my book on this track for San Diego. Let's go and hop over to Ariel. All right, here at Ariel San Diego, right off the bat, you just have to always, you know, give it to Stone Rider. He just knows how to make a track very vibrant. I mean, you can see how clear as day as you can see the whole track. It's very lit, like you actually are riding, you know, prime time main event. I think it's just a W in my book. So hands down to that. There's really not much he could have done with this track. This track from the track map was definitely just cookie cutter, to where like there's only a little bit of alternate line situations, but a lot of it was like the same main things. And I will say right here, you can't hit this quad to save your life. I think this is the only big gripe and complaint I had for this track, was that you were able to do triple and single. Here was no quad. I don't know if you can do it on a 450. Haven't tried it. But yeah, here you do have two alternate different lines that the 250 was able to hit. It's definitely more of a stretch to try to go onto the table and off. Going over the table and then tripling and single out was a fun line. And then this right here is just cookie cutter. You can't jump over that table just like how you could do in PCK and or Steezy's. It's just not the fast line. So it's basically follow the leader fast line situations. All these ball turn 180 turns right here. I don't know how I felt about it, because in racing, there is no pre-made ruts to where people have to connect in different lines and try to take it. It literally was just run it up the 180, and if somebody's right behind you, they're just going for the takeout. And then you can't hit this inside line either to save your life, whether it be on a 450 or 250, to go over, like I was explaining over in Steezy and PCK. So I think PCK, for sure, in my heart, definitely made the scaling for IRL probably the most realistic. But I do have to give it to Stone Rider. He made a hell of a track here. I really did enjoy it a lot. I don't know why I'm not going over that table, but also I have to give it up to him for the whoops. If you guys are ever trying to learn whoops at all. Like, it is Aerial. Aerial has the best whoops out here for you to actually either hate yourself because you can't get through them or love it because you actually master them. But those whoops are absolutely amazing. And the track, overall, I loved it. I mean, I really don't have a gripe and complaint other than just certain scaling situations. And the 250 didn't really have a problem at this track. This track was definitely scaled to everything that they could hit. I think it was just like the one line situations to where there's no alternate, right? It's just one line. That's really what it was. So, and the only way you could do it was taking this outside and going into the double. That was like the fast line, whether it be 450 or 250. So you're just not really much different ways to improve or change up. So it was, for the most part, follow the leader, which I hate. His also, you can see his scaling from Steezy's and PCK's. His is way more compact, to where like everything's a little bit more tight racing. So I don't know if that just plays in to why you can't get enough drive on this 250 as well to be able to hit bigger lines, whether it be for A1 or, you know, any of the future tracks that we're going to be covering. But, you know, it's just something to where it's like I just wish some of these tracks were definitely more focused on a 250. I shouldn't say just focused on a 250 because we know 450s have more than enough power. We just want to see the 250 be able to hit some lines that they're hitting IRL. You know what I mean? Those bikes go crazy, and we want to see the same thing here. So no big gripes or complaints. I think Aerial did kill it. If I had to pick one person though that kind of covered it the best, would be PCK this time around. And Aerial was definitely right there, up in there, and Steezy. I think with Steezy, the biggest gripe I can tell right now is just your inside ruts. I just don't think they held any value. You might as well just either bank them up to where you actually can get a drive off of them, or just probably make them disappear in my own respective situation there. Yeah, I mean, that's about it on that one. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys enjoyed all three tracks or which one was your favorite. And if you guys are all riding them. Steezy's track is a free track on MXB Mods. Link will be down in the description below. Aerial's track is $1.50 and PCK's is $1. Thank you guys for clicking on this video and actually asking for more of these kind of track reviews and giving my own 2 cents and constructive criticism. At the end of the day, this is all just my own way of thinking of how I want to ride and what I like and what I don't like. So let me know what you don't like and what you do like down in the comment section. Thank you guys for clicking on the video, and it's your boy Kelso, and I'll catch you in the next one.